So, Virgo, let's see. Something about you being superstitious, like more than usual here. Something's around you, how it's happening, you're finding it very mysterious. There's some things that have been challenging, and a few things start to pop up, and you're being reminded about uh, the, these superstitions. I hope that makes sense. It could be something very specific. Something something here feels very much like a mystery, and you can't quite put your finger on it. But you're like, you've gotten through some challenges. You keep your dignity. Is what I'm seeing. Your dignity is very high. So you know, and this is what I see. Because of that, you're like challenge accepted. You don't take anything. If you see something that is wrong or anything like that, you're not just going to allow it to continue. Um, Headstrong is what I'm seeing. And it's fun because it's like, perhaps you wore, this is just an example, just something that's just popped into my mind. You got dressed and you wore like a top that happens to be red, and there was some challenge you faced that day, but because you wore the color red, it had you, um, you know, win this challenge against the odds, kind of thing, and you find out later that it was because of the color red. I don't know if that made any sense whatsoever, but that is what I'm getting. Yeah, I know that sounds weird. I think some beliefs. They say if you wear a color on this day or what day and all that. Anyway, things like that are following you around. You're like, oh, this is interesting. You know. That was very random. I know. Yeah. Something is leaving your life in many ways. Something is disappearing, long gone, and it is something that is pushing you towards better things. And what I do see here, Virgos, for those of you that have somebody close, or maybe just in the spirit world, those of you who have someone close in the spirit world, but maybe you didn't necessarily even know them. I just see those of you are being guided and looked after for those in the spirit world. When with this particular, it could be a connection or something that leaves your life. They're very pleased. What I see is like finally, it's like they are looking down and saying, or they're around you and just saying, finally. Now things feel a lot more peaceful. A lot more peaceful. There's more clarity, and now you can plan ahead a lot better, a lot stronger. And you'll start to see how things are leaving your path, and leaving something that you always thought would be around is no longer, but that's seriously for your own benefit. And you're going to, I see you smiling, I see you feeling a lot lighter, and you're like, wow, you don't realize it until that point of how much trouble it was having this thing or someone around you the whole time. There's more, as I was saying, clarity with this. Your visions are becoming stronger as well. A best friend is coming into town, or you have somebody visiting you, very, very close friends, spending more time with them. I do see they miss you quite a bit. They are thinking about you. There's something about you saying that time will tell. Time will tell if you'll get the full picture about a particular situation that you felt has been buried for some time. Lots of truths will come through. I do see big reveals, revelations, and as I mentioned before, you're very well looked out for and protected. And so it comes at the right time, also placing you in the right place, the right time for certain opportunities to come through. You have advanced so much more than you give yourself credit for as well, Virgo. They're saying something about keep your ears open about a certain opening, a situation, an opportunity here. It feels very much directed at you, and it's something that can easily be granted to you as well. Your intuition, your feelings are getting stronger. Okay, let's see what the cards have for you, Virgo. It talks about something about staying still, standing still, stillness, important to just maybe meditate, stand still, instead of kind of rush. Six of Pentacles, High Priestess, nice, and the Two of Wands, very nice. All right, Six of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Two of Wands. As we're talking about, your senses are getting stronger, your intuition, believing in yourself. I do see here with Six of Pentacles somebody encouraging you to go ahead, to make a certain path for yourself that you've been wanting to do, to accomplish, to complete. You've been on this path. It has been a long journey, but you get the right kind of support, advice, all of that. Your energy is no longer being drained. Things are very nicely balanced. And I do see you discovering a lot. We were talking about mysteries. Look at this. And we have the High Priestess. Definitely something there. And with that, you could be given good advice about that. If some of you are into the esotericism or things like that, you're getting the good. You're getting knowledge. You're gaining knowledge, information, the right sources to go to as well. It's only opening more things up for you. You're starting to acknowledge all the synchronicities around you as well. And there is something that you realize in the past, what I'm seeing, some things that felt heavy on you, certain challenges or problems that felt really heavy, and how that has left you, and also why it felt so heavy. There's a lot going on here internally, and just say, you're going to breathe through this. With the Two of Wands, it's such a powerful moment here for you. As I was saying, it definitely gives you opportunities. That's something you are gaining here. There's a really good pattern happening for you. You're entering a new cycle, new era, and it feels very unstoppable. You're going, like very, very strongly, head first here. You're drawing up a conclusion as well, and you're going to be very satisfied with it. There is some kind of you've been entertaining some opportunities, but I do see you. It's going to be very clear for you as to exactly which one you want to take. The Eight of Swords and the Moon card, and this is, we were talking about things being revealed. I'm getting stress. Perhaps some of you have felt a little bit of stress, but don't worry. You realize that something is being undone. Something is already being undone. And this is where you realize, no, I'm the unstoppable kind. And you're leaving a number of things behind as well. You're not, whatever it was that tried to stop you, prevent you, or hold you down in any way, that is going to be very much in your past and no longer exist. And as you move forward, that momentum gets stronger, and things are being brought to the surface here with the Moon. Again, in terms of your senses, that's getting stronger, sharper here. There's definitely more intention with everything that you do. Asking you shall receive is what I'm getting here. But it comes through many different ways. We were talking about mysteries. Look, the Moon, mysteries, is being revealed. And only a matter of time where it's all kind of all laid out for you as well. I do see, I was talking about encouragement there. I do see great encouragement, something that feels very uplifting, something you're going to hear about. you know, and everything starts to really make sense and align for you as well. I see the picture being a lot bigger than you expect. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. I love this. Everything is going to make so much sense. Everything is aligning for you, you know, and you're from the dark to the very light is where you're coming into the light. And it's going to travel with you for a long, long time. There's something that you're becoming aware of, and it's really helping guide you as well. Things are shifting, things are moving, and you're heading into something more prosperous for you. And I do see you being very, very sure about that as well. Luck is turning around for you. I'm loving this for you, Virgo.